Hello and welcome to the official NoN-eSports YouTube channel. I am Cadoink, and today we have in the bottom of Metropolis the green Zerg player representing Team NoN-eSports. He is Hulk, and his opponent up in the top, I guess top right of Metropolis, we have the pink Protoss player Choosy. This is an ESL clan war game. I believe ESL. I know it's a clan war game. Non-League has sent it to me, so I'm very excited to cast this. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I'm going to need a few more, as I will be traveling out of town for the next few weeks. I have just finished my exams. I finished them yesterday, so that is very exciting, and I get about 6 weeks off. So I'll be doing a lot of traveling between here and my grandma's house, and then here and my home in Nashville. So I can spend time with my friends and family. And so with that traveling, I won't be able to do a lot of casting. So I'm going to try to get the casting done in the next few days, so that way I can, of course, upload them, you know, while I'm traveling. Because I will have internet wherever I go. I just won't have all my things with me. Probably won't, you know, bring my microphone along, and may not even be able to bring my mouse and keyboard. So I probably won't play too much StarCraft over the break, which is a little depressing. I've been practicing really hard, and I've gotten to the top 8 diamond. I'm really close to Masters, and I think I'm going to have to wait till January before I make that last jump, as, you know, the majority of this month will be traveling. So, looks like the game is starting off pretty slow. Usual things going on. It looks like Hulk decided to put down that 14, 15 pool, something like that. Choosy is going to be going for the Forge Fast Expand, probably Nexus first, actually. Seems to be very, very popular. Protoss players have gotten very, very good at defending everything, and they feel very comfortable just going ahead and putting down the Nexus. So Choosy will, of course, be doing that, and we'll have to see what he does next. I imagine he'll just go straight for the Gateway, but he could go for a Forge. We'll have to see. No gas quite yet. Pretty standard. And he is going to be, indeed, going for that Forge. So a little bit of a safer play, going Nexus then Forge. Of course, the safest being Forge then Nexus. Hulk just now getting up his natural expansion at a pretty usual time, and I suspect we're going to be seeing a very cookie-cutter standard ZvP game, at least in the beginning stages, and we'll have to see what happens next. Will Choosy be going for any kind of 2-base all-in, such as the Immortal Sentry all-in, which is so scary for Zerg players nowadays? Or will Hulk be doing some sort of all-in? We don't have any gas right now, so it's looking like he's going to be playing a lot more economically. In fact, I think he's going to even be going for a 3rd base right over here. Metropolis actually is a map that's very hard to defend this 3rd base because of these destructible rocks over on the sides. We even have Choosy seeing this base right now, so he knows it's going to be going down. Actually, he doesn't quite see it, but he'll just pop over and notice it. And that might push him to do some sort of aggression. We see he's taken 2 gas in his main. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to take more, and how soon his Robo will be going down, if he is going for some sort of Immortal Sentry push, which is very, very popular on this map, as I said, because these destructible rocks make it a little bit more complicated to defend this base. We have the probe just kind of wiggling back and forth. This cannot see that pylon, which is so annoying. So a Ling is going to come around and scout, and we'll see it. And he'll be able to deny that before any kind of crazy cannoning thing goes down. A lot of players can put cannons there so that Zerglings can't actually get to the probe and can't actually deny the pylon, and so the cannons finish and the space is cancelled. So we do have the cannon going up, but I believe a couple of Zerglings should be able to hold this off. The probe is not quite dead, which is really, really annoying, so he is going to put down this 2nd cannon. This is kind of why you want to put down this, why you want to take down this pylon, excuse me. But it looks like Hulk's going to be able to hold this off just fine and force that probe away. So now there's just an obnoxious pylon in the back of his base, which he will be able to deal with, you know, once he decides to build some units. Right now he really just wants to be droning. And look at this, I was completely wrong. Somewhere on this map, in fact right there, we have a Stargate. So Stargate play by Choosy. It's going to be interesting to see what he decides to go. I imagine it will be Phoenixes. I kind of like this though, because with the expansion Heart of the Swarm Phoenix play, and Stargate play in general is going to be very, very popular in PvZ, I think, because Oracles are so strong and Tempests are so strong. I think it's absolutely great that Sky Toss is a possibility. And so I kind of look at games like this and think, you know, oh, it's exciting, you're doing Stargate play, it's, you know, pretty decent in Wings of Liberty. And if you decide to continue your career in StarCraft and go on to Heart of the Swarm, you're just going to have, you know, some nice timings with your Stargate prepared, and you can make use of those newer units. So Heart of the Swarm been on my mind quite a lot, actually. And so when I see Wings of Liberty games, I think, how can this style of Wings of Liberty prepare me for when Heart of the Swarm comes out? And I like kind of analyzing that. I think it's going to be very interesting, and that transition period is going to be very, very interesting when the game comes out in March. Very excited for that. So Hulk is doing the usual, spreading his creep. He got his Roach Warren, and he's also getting this Evo Chamber. He can put down those Spore Crawlers once he sees those Phoenixes. I do not think that he actually knows about the Stargate. Oh, he does actually know. So managed to get a Overlord near there, or perhaps a Zergling. Not really sure what he did. By the way, the reason I keep zooming in is I'm doing this thing where I click the middle mouse wheel and do little scrolls like this. I think it's nicer than just kind of scrolling like this. But I'm accidentally zooming in a little bit, which is kind of annoying. So I'll work on that. Tell me what you think. I'm trying some new things out in my StarCraft 2 casting. I think it adds for kind of smoother transitions and movements. I think a lot of casters do this. Spent a lot of time watching IPL 5 and seeing what Legend did, as Legend is kind of who I hold up to be one of the best observers. And since it's just me, I'm doing both the casting and the observing. I'd kind of like to, you know, be good on both fronts. So we have this Phoenix, actually a good bit of Phoenixes coming by, lifting up some drones and killing them. How many have been killed so far? Just 3, not too many. Hulk doing a really great response by putting down those Spore Crawlers. But this Queen is actually going to be going down, which is so annoying for Hulk. He's going to have to build another one here, which he's already started. Moving these Overlords on top of the Spore Crawler, but Choosy has gotten a good amount of Phoenixes out, and so he was able to lift up some drones, do some more damage. He's even going to get a second Queen, so actually this Stargate play being very effective. A nice transfuse going down on that Queen. 1, 2 of the Phoenixes going down. A little bit sloppy from Choosy. But he is indeed going to get that Queen, but not before losing his losing a third Phoenix. So I don't know if that was really worth it. If we look in the units lost tab, Choosy is actually a little bit behind, but in the worker count we can see that wow, actually Hulk's been doing a great job. 66 to the 47 of Choosy. So Hulk playing this off perfectly, just being completely fine, completely well defended, sending this Overseer in to see all these gateways. He knows that a big push is coming. Kind of a little bit of an Immortal Sentry follow-up to this. He's building the Immortals, building a good bit of sentries. He's got the gateways going up. He's making it seem as though he's going to be taking a third, but I don't think he's actually going to be doing this. Oh, maybe he will. He's got his probe here. He's got 400 minerals. But I kind of don't think he will. No, it's fooling me. I'm not exactly sure. I kind of feel like he's a little bit behind and he really wants to take down Hulk's third. But we'll have to see. We see a lot of Zerglings moving in to deny this third, and it will go down very promptly. Very nice cancel by Choosy. These pylons going to die very quickly. And we have the Immortals, this little Immortal Sentry Stalker army coming in, but a nice round from Hulk. Great force fields going down, keeping these Zerglings away from the valuable units, and Choosy is going to hold this off just fine. He will indeed lose these two, actually just one of the pylons, but regardless, nice little pressure, holding off that expansion and then holding off that push. I very much think it's going to be a push, but we'll have to see. We have the Zerglings sweeping into the main. Nothing too out of the ordinary here, nothing he hadn't seen before. So he's just going to attack some probes, and the probes will be able to deal with this, but one of them does go down, which is a nice little victory. As long as you're keeping the Protoss army in the base, he's not doing an attack like this, and that allows Hulk to build up some defenses. We see a good number of Infestors here, which they've been building up energy. We have the Spire about halfway done, as well as the Hive, so he can go into Corruptors if he wants to, Mutalisk if he wants to. and eventually Broodlords. We have 2 Infestors going down to these Phoenixes, actually only one dying, but one getting extremely low. A nice fungal growth going down on a lot of the army, and Hulk actually looks like he's in a little bit of trouble here. We can see that the Protoss army is moving forward. Doesn't want to be going for the 3rd, interestingly. I think he can get it, but I think he wants to go for the kill right now. But another great fungal growth going down on the Protoss army, but there is not a lot in the way for Hulk. He doesn't have that many units. In fact, the supply is kind of dropping for Hulk right now. Actually popping up a little bit as some roaches and zerglings pop. He is going to be sending his drones in to even do some attacking. In fact, all the drones from his 3rd and his natural will be attacking. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. He's going to lose a lot of drones in the process. Zerglings and roaches streaming in to do more damage. The Phoenix is not really doing anything, as I don't think they have enough energy to lift anything, but everything Zerg is dying right now, and the Protoss army is doing so much damage. Roach is finally killing one of the 2 Immortals. The 3rd one looks like it is getting lower, and it will indeed go down. More Zerglings streaming forward. There is no more force field energy, so he can't really force field this ramp. And it looks like Hulk is going to clean this up indeed, but how much damage has been done? Units lost, we can see that is definitely in Choosy's favor, so I feel like Hulk thinks he needs to do a counterattack, but I don't really advise it. I think he should just sit back and drone. We can see that in the units lost, we have 55 workers killed. That is massive at the 15-minute mark. The income for these players definitely in Choosy's favor. The one thing at Hulk's advantage is he comes in with a bunch of lings, try to do some damage. I don't suspect it'll do too much, so he will be running away. He has the secret 4th base that Choosy does not know about with some drones at it. So I'd love to see a queen placed here and some more larva injects. He'd lose a lot of those queens in the engagement, and that larva count is so important. In fact, where's that queen? There's the queen for the main. Just going to be coming on home. I think he should just drone back up, get his Infestor army back up, finish that Greater Spire, and just kind of wait and do a push. He knows he's ahead. He knows that there's no way Choosy could have 3 bases, especially running back and seeing the strong reinforcement. And he just has to make sure that he survives another attack like that. We have the Infestors coming out as well as a lot of Lings. I think Zerglings are an interesting choice here. They can be very strong, but against the Sentry force fields, they can be very weak. Looks like he's going to be doing a little bit of counter-aggression as this comes. He does know it is coming. He sees the Warp Prism, and he knows that he has to defend this. If he does not defend this, the game will most certainly be over, as too much damage has been lost. So he's got his Infestors in a nice position. However, this annoying Phoenix is lifting. Zerglings moving forward, some decent force fields, but a lot of the Zerglings actually slipping through some nice little Immortal Lift micro going on with the Phoenix, and it looks like Hulk is just going to back up and wait for those force fields to go down. In fact, he's going to be running into his 3rd, which I think is a smart choice. The Infestor getting caught a little bit off guard, which is so annoying. He needs to use this Corruptor to kill that Phoenix that has been so annoying, and kill the Warp Prism. Looks like the Protoss army getting into a little bit of a precarious position, getting fungal growth. A lot of the Immortals are actually going down very quickly. And now there's only 2 Immortals and 4 Sentries. How much energy are on these Sentries? Oh my goodness, actually tabbed out. But everything is A-okay. It looks like they're very low, and I think Hulk is actually going to hold this just fine with some drones and Zerglings, as well as a few infested Terran. This Corruptor here to try to destroy this Warp Prism, but not before more Stalkers are being warped in. Oh, that is so tragic. More army just appearing in Hulk's base, but now that he's able to get up in the ramp, he can get a nice surround with those Zerglings, those roaches, and those infested Terran, and wow, Hulk's going to clean that up just fine. So fantastic response. How many workers killed, though? It's been absolutely a massacre for drones in this game. 75 workers killed in total. Hulk giving a hearty lull as he has held once more. I think that going into Colossi is a terrible choice, seeing that those Corruptors have popped. This base has been denied because of these Zerglings, so this probe will be killed very quickly. And Hulk is going to be running across the map with a large number of Lings with some roaches, and there isn't anything here for Choosy. His macro's been slipping. He's sitting at about 700 minerals. He has really not much of an army. And these Zerglings are just going to stream forward, try to get a surround on this army, and he's going to see how much damage he can do. Actually, I say that, but he's just running away, which is fine, equally fine. I think it's kind of foolish that Choosy is moving out on the map so far here. He could easily get flanked. I mean, you have this passage right here. You have this passage right here that Lynx can stream around, and then you have this whole area up front. Of course, he is going to be reinforcing with his Warp Prism some more, but I think this attack is really kind of ill-advised. Saw how many roaches there were, and I don't know. There are some corruptors on the map. In fact, I think in total there are 2, which, you know, isn't great, but it is going to help quite a bit. So, once again, the third attack coming from the Protoss army. It looks like some nice fungal growths going down, as well as a lot of infested Terrans being thrown down. The Roach is tanking a lot of the damage from the Colossi, and it looks like the Protoss army is easily being cleaned up. ET says Choosy, ET phone home. I don't really know what that means. And there's the GG. So, yeah, kind of 2 borderline scary attacks for Hulk, where he very could have been shut down, and then one kind of wimpy attack where Hulk just ate it completely, and because of the 4 bases that Hulk is on to the 2 Choosy has, Choosy most certainly has to tap out. So thank you, Hulk, and thank you, Legis, for this game. I think it's a very great example of how to hold a strong attack. I think that the Immortal Sentry push could have been a lot stronger had he not gone for those Phoenixes in the beginning. The Phoenix is really only benefiting him and killing those infestors. Did kill a couple of drones here and there and a couple queens, but in the end his pushes were not strong enough to tip it over the edge and finish the game. So yeah, just a very interesting ZvP on Metropolis. Very happy to cast it. You guys listened to me completely when I said I'd casted too many TVPs, so thank you so much for this ZvP. Send me some more, send me some PvPs and some ZvZs. Excited to cast those as well. Even some TVTs if you can. So anyway, thanks so much. I'm going to try to cast some more, and I'll be getting them up in the next coming week. So thank you so much.